I even think D Wade could be a borderline All-Star this year.
No, D Wade is going to be All-Star.
He's like the third, fourth option.
He's going to be a fan favorite. D Wade is. He damn near almost made it last year, didn't he?
He averaged 18.
He just didn't make the fan vote. I mean, he just didn't win the fan vote.
It's going to be a lot less than it was last year.
I don't know about that. Until IT come back, I don't know about that.
On offense.
Yeah, but D Wade's still gonna get you about 16, 17 points a night.
And he started. Okay. Question: do you start D Wade over Jr.?
Yes, you start D Wade over J.R. Smith. J.R. Smith.
But then you have no shooting in your starting lineup.
I'd argue like you don't do that. Just me personally, because like, or at least on some nights, because like I think Jr. streaky shooting is more valuable than what D Wade can offer you offensively, especially if like. Spacing's gonna be a problem at the beginning of the season for them. Like Derrick Rose and Wade, that's like your backcourt. Like,
but you make up for it with LeBron.
Honestly,
but you have no floor. You have no way to space the floor.
You can afford to do that though if you got LeBron James starting at the 3.
I don't think you start D Rose. I think you just have LeBron run point and you can start D Wade and JR. And D Wade and Bron are your main ball handlers.
I don't think they'll do that. I don't think they'll do that just because like defensively, like J.R. Smith would be a liability in itself.
No, he wouldn't. JR is probably your best perimeter defender.
He would be playing the point guards though.
He does that sometimes anyway.
I don't like that. And then D Wade was also a pretty bad defender last year.
Part of
that could be because of like his mentality, you know, like playing like in that like messed up system within itself. But regardless, we still have to take it for what it is. Like he was really bad on defense last year. So that lineup, like I'm pretty sure, like if I were a coach, I'd throw it in. Just because like you have so many advantages while doing that, running LeBron at the point, but like it's like then like you're gonna give up a lot of points doing that.
You'll give a lot of points regardless, because even if you put IT at point guard, he's gonna give up points. D Rose is gonna give up points. Right. You're gonna give up points for the point guard position regardless.
Yeah, but you have to start Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose is comfortable in that point guard role. He averaged 18 points last year.
I think he's better started off the bench.
I disagree with that. Why? Why would you start him off the bench? That means you don't have a starting point guard.
I don't think you do it right now, but you definitely have to do it when IT comes back for sure.
Yeah, I mean, of course he goes back to the bench when IT, but you don't take 18 points and put it on the bench when he's in a new situation
18 points
on a way better team, huh?
D Wade getting 18 points. He averaged 18 last year. On 43% shooting.
They both can't shoot the 3 ball though. That's a liability.
They can't do a catch and shoot. And what LeBron James' bread and butter is when he facilitates is getting out to shooters. Like that's how Kevin Love is getting his buckets nowadays.
Which is why
that's how J.R. Smith was getting his buckets in the finals. Like he was shooting from catch and shoot situations. I don't think like LeBron drive who gonna kick to like you can easily just crash and like what are you gonna do, like send it to like Rose and have like a deep 2 at best, or like, which is
why personally I think, because just looking at the chemistry that LeBron and D Wade have, I think that you just D Wade, you and Bron, y'all gonna handle the ball because also one thing that they were missing last year was another playmaker. D Wade is a playmaker. I feel like D Wade might be a better playmaker than Derrick Rose is.
That's true. I agree.
Well, definitely, yeah.
So I feel like you can pretty much split the point guard duties between LeBron and D Wade for 25 minutes a game, and then the rest mix it up with D Rose, whatever. But I think to like coming out for the first 6-7 minutes of the game, you run D Wade, JR, LeBron, Kevin, and Tristan.
I mean, it's a terrible lineup. It's a fucking terrible lineup. I'm sorry, it's a terrible lineup.
I think
it's a terrible.
I think the thing is like because Rose is gonna have to get back down to the bench. Will his ego, will his like pride accept that?
I mean,
I think you get that out the way.
IT is a max player. We gave you $2 million. Sit your ass on the bench and shut the fuck up, Derrick Rose. Literally, sit on the bench and shut up.
Nah, but I mean, even still,
that fucks up with chemistry, though.
But did you see his interview?
Whose interview?
Derrick Rose.
What did he say?
He seemed he seemed accepting of his role. He was like, people say, I signed with the Cavs and they remember our battles, but he was like, I let all that go with the knee injuries. He's like, I let all that go. That's like behind me. I'm just coming to play basketball and contribute to the team.
Oh, that's cool.
And honestly, I think and I think D Rose is better started off the bench because I think D Rose could be the 6th man of the year. Now, granted,
He's not gonna come off the bench.
Now, granted, I'm from Chicago. So I might have irrational hope in D Rose.
Terrible opinion.
But I think he'd be 6th man of the year. I think he could. If people like Jamal Crawford can win 3 6th man of the year awards, I think that they're.
If he starts, he'll be an all-star, and then his path to that is starting. If he starts, he'll probably wind up being an all-star, and then when he goes back to the bench when IT comes back, then I think that'll put him more in that role.
D Rose is an all-star?
I think D Rose could be an all-star this year. I think he can. I really think he can.
He in the conversation last year?
Huh?
Averaging 18, 4 and 4 was he?
No, but he was also but he was also in irrelevance. If he starts on this Cleveland team, then that means that you run a lineup of Derrick Rose, D Wade, LeBron, Kevin Love, and Tristan out there. You essentially have 2 mid-range guys in D Wade and LeBron, and also Derrick Rose. But in those situations, I think you would want Derrick Rose to actually drive a lot more, and then kick out to Kevin Love and tell LeBron if you want to shoot more threes this year, shoot more threes. Why not? Like literally, if LeBron wants to shoot more threes, shoot more threes. It's less of a toll on your body. Yeah. Like we want to give you less minutes. Run Derrick Rose out there, and then you tell Kevin Love too. We also gonna give you more touches in the post. Run more pick and roll with you and Derrick Rose, and then you can shift over to the 3-point line and shoot more threes if you want to.
I think like Cleveland just needs more like ball movement, like especially off the ball though. Relying like a lot on isolation basketball last year when you had Kyrie Irving and LeBron James. I think that just depends on whether Ty Lue like switches up the system offensively in itself, because they're gonna have to do a lot more like basket cuts. They can't just stand around 4 guys and relying on LeBron.
Okay, question. Because I always ask us about Scott Brooks, and although Tyronn Lue has won a ring, and I don't want to disrespect his ring, but I kind of feel like I'm still not sold that he's a good coach.
Nah,
Ty Lue,
yeah, I don't necessarily think he's a good coach. Personally, I think if you remove LeBron James from that situation, that team was trash, and I don't think that Tyronn Lue would be the
look, you remove LeBron. If you remove LeBron from any situation, you drop a lot in the rank. LeBron makes a lot of coaches.
But Eric Spoelstra
is a good coach.
Proven himself.
Yes, is a good coach. Yeah. But no, I think Tyronn Lue is a good coach. For instance, one thing that people laugh at me, but in the finals, if you remember, I think throughout the first what was it? The first 3 games, when they had LeBron guarding, the first 2 games when they had LeBron guarding KD the whole time, and he would get tired midway through the third, and they get blown out every game, right? The close games is when they switched RJ and they had RJ take KD. Now, granted, he scored like 35, but he shot like 41, 42, 40, 43%. In the other game,
that was that one game though.
Game 3. And again, that's when the series became close. He made it just no. Go back and watch the game. JR made him work for every single bucket. He made him work. I mean, no, RJ.
Are you saying if they did that throughout the whole series, he would have shot 40% throughout the whole series? Is that what you're saying?
No. Look. I'm saying it might have been closer. Like again, they still might have got lost in 5. But a couple of the games might not have been blowouts because LeBron would have had more energy. Ty Lue made adjustments throughout all. Like
I think the main thing what they did in that game 3 particularly though was hit threes.
All they did
they was
getting
like
the greatest offensive game we've ever seen.
That was game 4 in which they won. Game 4.
No, game 3.
Game 4.
Game 4.
Game 4.
No, they were hitting game 3 though. First half.
Yeah.
They were hitting a little.
And also they switched RJ onto him. And LeBron had more energy down the stretch.
I can't believe you really think RJ like slowed Durant down.
Look. Yeah, like, no, look.
This is what I have to deal with. This is what I have